Kathy. Good morning.
Morning.
We are live. Thank you. Awesome. This was pretty good. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say thank you, Kathy, for joining me this morning. We're going to talk about something new and exciting. Kathy is not an astrologer, but she and my friend Joe, who is an astrologer, are working on something very, very special. And I'm happy to announce that I'm going to join their team. Yay! Helping parents to know their children. So before I go into all the details, astrology, because I'm going to talk about astrology with kids, I want Kathy to introduce her and Joe and their business and what are they doing and how it all came up as an idea and the experience they had. So please, Kathy, introduce what's happening.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. We're so excited, Joe and I, about this. When I was preparing for this morning, it dawned on me how we even named our website, Oh My Stars.
Yes.
It's an expression that I have made so often that Joe noticed over the 20-some years that we've been friends. And interesting that we were both living in the Netherlands, our children at the same international school, we became friends, stayed friends even when we went back home to our respective countries. And in 2018, Joe came to visit me here in Canada, and we had a wonderful 2 weeks. And we just kept talking about how we wanted to do something that would help people in some way. In 2018, we didn't know it was going to be through astrology. But we always knew, especially with all of the mental health issues in the world, to try to help parents understand their children better and make a difference in those formative years. Of course, all of this is Joe, and I feel I should have her from the UK in my ear right now.
Yeah. No. Joe is a behind the scene lady, so she's the motor that it's keep this all running.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a great idea. I think astrology can really help parents. So I know many of people who do not know astrology are kind of afraid. Oh, what does that mean? And, it's scary, to look at the future of my kid. But this is not forecasting. It's not, looking at the future. So when I look at a child's chart, usually it's just the basics. What are their emotional needs? What are they as a personality? How they appear, and that's it. And maybe you can look at Mercury to see how their educational development is going to be in the formative years, as you said. We are not going deep into like we would do a chart reading for an adult. This is just a helpful tool for parents to understand, especially emotional needs of their children. So could you give us some of the examples? How did you help people? Some examples from your clients, for people. What are they saying when they get this knowledge? People who don't know nothing about astrology. So these are people who, yeah.
We used a lot of friends, obviously, as we were preparing our website, because you need trials, you need research. And again, it was so interesting when it was even parents with grown children, because so many of our friends are our age, and we're speaking to them, and they have a friend, they have a child in their, let's say, late 20s, and our little movie that we made, they're discovering something new about their child, a sensitivity, let's say. And
isn't that amazing? After all these years,
something that they maybe just did not truly, maybe they were a little aware of it, but now it's like, that's in his chart. That's who he is. Another mom, her words were, it's like a trip to the psychologist, because it was so helpful and so much information. I love how it's helped me better understand my granddaughter. She has a Gemini moon, and I know, and this is so much her, that she will say, can we talk? And I know it's what's going to nurture her. So all of these little examples has really helped us feel, yeah, we're on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely. I will share my example. I'm a mother of a 3-year-old, and I have a Gemini moon. So I need to talk about everything in my life. When I'm sad, when I'm happy, when I'm upset, I want to talk about it, and then I feel better. My son has a Scorpio moon. So it's totally different. He's introspective. He likes to time alone. He tells me many times, Mommy, stop talking, right? So if I didn't know this, I would be very upset. I would be, oh my God, why is my kid like this? Why is he not talking to me? What am I doing wrong? But now I have an understanding that Scorpio moons need time alone to process information, to process what is happening on an emotional level, right? He needs time alone for that, right? He's completely opposite from me. So I find this is a useful tool for parents, especially the early age, because the kid cannot tell you how he feels. He doesn't have still the capacity, he's still developing, right? So, and what Kathy and Joe are doing are these beautiful little movies. So I think it's also a beautiful gift for anybody who has friends with kids, especially up to 7 years old. This movie kind of shows you submit your pictures, and then you have like a 4 or 5 minutes, like 3, 4, 5 minutes movie, telling through these pictures who is your kid, and you can see through these pictures how you can see his personality and his needs. I love it, how you put the words with the picture together. I think it's a beautiful story, a beautiful gift for any parent. And I know that especially parents who have more than one kid, you kind of raise your kids the same way, but you can't, right? You have to have a special approach. It's such a helpful tool for you as a parent because you're overwhelmed. You have so many things to do, so many responsibilities. You have to, go all over your work. You have, do laundry, do this, make lunches. So many things. As a mom of just one, I know how much time. And if you have even more kids, you just don't have time. Everybody gets frustrated. The kid gets frustrated. You get frustrated. But this is such a helpful tool to tone down all these emotions, to understand each other. I think it's beautiful, and I'm so happy to be part of this, to help parents all around the world. I love it. So anyway, that's beautiful. So how is your, what else do you want to share from your experience?
Just when you were saying that, I think all parents, I have 2 children, you are raising them in the same house, and you're wondering, why are my 2 children so different? I have 2 children that are both Pisces, and still, because I think a lot of times people think, oh, it's just your sun sign, but we all know that there's so much more to it. And I think, well, our tagline is, well, we use nurture your nature, of course, a lot. But I love another one that we came up with, and it's been such a joy working with Joe, developing, and she had so many amazing ideas. I feel privileged to be her business partner and soul sister. Let us help you help your little star to shine is to me, that's so, because that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to point out a few little key areas that may help you understand why they feel why they are, and when you're pulling your hair out, and it's also, we say it's like having a fairy godmother in your pocket. So
yes,
you're at your stand, you might just pull your phone out and remind yourself, because that's why we wanted it to be quite accessible, easy to grab in a hurry when you're about to lose it, whatever. And yeah, I think it's just been so fun. And the fact that we do guides as well when people want to see a little bit more.
Yes.
But we're also, I think we're taking it a step further, because the best thing a child can have is a healthy, happy carer, parent, grandparent, whoever is involved.
Yes.
Helping parents to understand more about themselves is
absolutely,
I think very
Absolutely, it's a foundation as well, right? For that, I think we have a happy client here. They say of the research with Kathy and Joe, and loved our video of our son, and it was remarkable how it was spot on. Wish we had this info when he was a little boy. Amazing.
ah,
Oh, such a nice testimony. It's the Casano. Da Casano. Anyway, thank you so much for this. This is a beautiful review. Yeah, so you can see people really appreciating getting this information, helping them. I love it. I love it. So I know in your video you talk about sun sign, your moon sign, and the rising sign as a three main components. Um, uh, I love that. Yeah. So we're now thinking if parents wants to actually see, there's another thing we can do. It's called synastry between the parents and a child. Synastry chart, when you compare the two charts together and see how they work together, what we need to be careful of, or what is the flowing energy, what is the challenging energy. So that's another thing that we probably going to offer as well. That's a great way to understand, the dynamic between you and your kids. If are you clashing in communication, or do you understand each other, or it's really great. There's so many tools in astrology that can help you understand yourself and your kid and your family dynamics, between your partner as well. So there's like a whole, because it's hard, right? If you have 4 or 5 people in under the same roof, with all these different needs, right? Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Can I just say, when we showed you the video of your little man, I think, and that's so often what we get is these, and I think it's because it's all these personal photos, which of course people send to us, and it's kind of a reminder of all these great things about your child as well. And I don't know,
it's a beautiful, beautiful, like a photo, like a memory as well. It's like I can't explain to you guys. It's like oh my God, this is really my child. Like even I know astrology, but when I saw this video, I was like, oh my God, really? Look at how curious he is as a Gemini. Look how passionate and intense he is. When he needs some time. As a Scorpio moon. So it's very, very interesting to see that. And he's also a little bit. He's a Leo rising, so he wants to shine as well in the world. On the stage, you can see how when you take a photo, he goes like, like a really Leo rising. So that's interesting. You will see some kids are more into sports, some into music. You can also see that in a chart. So don't force them to do something they're not. If they have talents or natural things in their chart, I've seen so many kids suffering with ambitious parents, doing them. We have to do the sport and train them, and they're just not for it. They're suffering. It's it doesn't make any good for anybody, right? And then the parent is frustrating. Why is he not successful? So examples like that as well. We can all see that in the chart and help parents and kids just have a better harmonious relationship. So there's nothing to be scared about. I know people, oh my God, this is privacy. All the everything is disclaimer. This is, we are not sharing information with anybody. But it's such a helpful tool. And I don't know, I would just eating habits as well. Why is your kid more picky eating, or why is your kid likes to eat sweets, or why does your kid like, so you can go in so many directions with this and help understand your kids and help them, right? I love that tool. Amazing.
Speaking of understanding, something we created and we worked really hard to make was a free educational video to help parents know how to calm their child's nervous system in the middle of a meltdown, or try to maybe prevent that meltdown. And so we have that on our site that people can receive. And
absolutely, that's a great one. Yes, I recommend that highly. I totally forgot about that one. That's very, very good. So everybody who has a kid or knows somebody who has a kid, please go look at the website. It's called allmystarsastro.ca, and you can get all the information there. It's a beautiful site. I think Kathy and Joe did a great job. And the prices are reasonable. It just and you really wanna help people. with this tool. That's amazing. I think you did a great job.
That's
Very great job.
bottom line. We wanted it to be fun, and we wanted it to be affordable, accessible, but at the end of the day, well, and beautiful. And we wanted it to be a site you would come to and you would just feel good. But the most important thing, of course, is we want to make a difference. And if we can help some parents, help their children, help themselves, all of that is, yeah, going to make us very happy.
Yeah, yeah. I think so there's no fear. Like it's such a great. Just try it. You will see the difference. I can only say, you know, when you will see the difference right away when you understand. Oh, really? You know how, you know, because we have a tendency to look the world through our eyes, the way we feel, the way we perceive. But our little people, they do it differently. They see the world in different eyes, right? Different view.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we talk about right as you come to our site, is that, you know, you don't understand why your children aren't similar to each other. You don't understand why they're not like you. And yeah, we.
So did you notice when you realized that about your kids, did you notice, or grandkids, did you notice any difference in your relationship after you kind of had that understanding and that awareness of them?
Absolutely. I think it's actually helped me understand myself better. Like I have a lot of sensitivity in my chart, and I've spent an awful lot of my life kind of apologizing for that, beating myself up because of it, thinking, oh, just gotta pull up my bootstraps, or whoever that expression is. And it's so calming and freeing to know, oh no, that's just who I am. That's just who they are. That's who my it's. I mean, Joe and I laugh about this a lot because, I mean, she's done synastry even between her and I, and it's so amazing.
Yeah, between friends and everybody, you can do it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing tool. Yeah, and I'm always thinking, the chart. So we are born with a chart, but we evolve. So our chart is alive. It's breathing. It's growing as we grow with our experiences. It's not set in stone, you know. So you will never. That's why we don't do prediction or forecasting, especially not for kids, because you never know what path will they choose. They just need to feel safe and secure. That's the main goal. Not going into details, he has to do this or that. No, he will choose, you know, they will choose their way. I still don't understand why my kid loves dinosaurs. Like, I have no idea. So what is it in a kid, in his mind, that he loves that? So that's interesting to see. We'll see how that goes later. But I think maybe the Scorpio moon likes to dig deep and research, and maybe that's the way. I don't know. So again, a great tool. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. I don't know. I would be so frustrated with, you know, but not understanding why my kid is telling me to not talk when he wants the time alone. That's my first, you know, impression of what I needed as a parent as well. You know, that comforting, you know, understanding of my kid. It goes both ways. It goes both ways, right?
That you're allowing him to be who he is, and isn't that our goal as parents, to find out who they truly are and help them become that person, and not push them away from those areas that we maybe don't understand, or it's not like us, or the way we approach things.
That's true. And as you said, you know, we prevent other issues like mental issues later, or traumas or something, because we don't know enough. I know that there's many scientists you know, researching our early development, but we still don't know what is really happening in our chemicals, in our brain, you know, how we perceive things. So we don't know what's going to be traumatic for a kid, right? So, but if you understand his chart, just the way his emotional needs are, you're lowering the chance of him being frustrated later in life, or mentally challenged or whatever. So I'm just saying it's not a solution. It's not going to be a, you won't have 100% happy and, it's not all rainbows and sunshine and unicorns, but it's helping you to lower the chance of any issues and challenges that might occur later in life for both of you, right? You as a parent, because many parents, I see many moms, especially postpartum depressions, all this not understanding of themselves and kids. It could help in that way as well. So it's really, really useful too. It's not something to dismiss just because you don't understand it. So, I always tell people, give yourself a chance to dig a little bit deeper to understand what astrology is about, not what you think it is. Use your common sense always. Don't just believe everything you say, but do a little bit of research and see how astrology can really help you. I know we kind of through our history as humans, we got isolated from the nature, from the stars, from everything that's happening around us. But it's time to go back, because this is the language of the stars. It has been here since forever. We just forgot how to speak that language. That's how I see it, and it's time to refresh it in our memories as a humankind. And we might not understand why it works, but it works.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've ever encountered any time when it didn't make complete sense, no matter what chart we were looking at. And I mean, I have an elderly friend that I spend a lot of time with, and sometimes when I'm taking her somewhere with me, I remember Joe has said, well, just let me have a quick look at her chart. And it's like, yeah, oh, she likes to be busy, she likes to be productive. And I mean, she's almost 90. So then it would be, oh, let's make sure there's maybe a box of something she can organize, because that's very soothing to her soul. or a puzzle she can work on. Mm-hmm. And yeah, in so many little ways. Something else I just wanted to mention is that we also have quoted the Princess of Wales because of the work mm-hmm. she's doing with trying to help young families, young children, and again, doing it when they're youth, when they're in development, rather than helping adults later on in life. So it just yes, that so much of the world is trying to do this at this young age, at this young stage of development. So we hope we can help, for sure. Absolutely. It's a more of a preventive tool as well, yeah. Right? As I said, so it helps for future. I just want people to try it. You don't have, if you don't like it, it's fine. But I find highly to believe that you're not going to like this as a tool, because it's really, really helpful in many ways. Awesome. I don't know. I don't want to talk more. I think I would just encourage people to come and check your website. So again, it's ohmystarsastro.ca for more information. ohmystarsastro.ca. Our Instagram. Oh yeah. But it's just. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Yes, Kathy. Sorry. See, my Gemini brain. Yeah. So it's ohmystars.ca is the website. You can find information on the account here on Instagram as well. Our mission is to help parents and kids and to have a better life, more fulfilling, less frustrating. And I'm so happy that I can join the team and help everybody as well. Thank Kathy and Joe for having me. Thank everybody for joining us today. We are so excited. I mean, we just launched this yesterday on our website to have an actual astrologer like yourself reading charts on our site. So we are beyond thrilled about this. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week ahead. Thank you, Kathy. And see you soon in some other time. Okay? Bye, everybody. Bye.